Alright, I just wanted to make a video real quick on my experience with getting my tongue pierced. Like, things you should do, things you shouldn't do, all that. Alright, I got my tongue pierced last Friday at 6 o'clock. Now, this piercing isn't for the nasties, anything like that. It's for me. I like it. It's why I got it. Me and my cousin had planned on originally getting it together because she had got hers done before me. And we was gonna go in and get it done together, and we didn't because something had come up. Well, she got hers, and then like a year later, I went and got mine done. That's how long I waited before I got it because I didn't know if I really wanted it, and just because it's in your body and it's your tongue. So anyway, I went in last Friday with my sister after her birthday because she wanted to get a dermal inker right here onto her face. Well, we want to go in there, and he was doing this deal where like, because usually like dermals are like $75 here, and then like he was doing this special thing where like there was like $40 because it was like an event thing there at the tattoo shop. So we went in and he was all out of the dermals, and I still wanted to get my tongue pierced, and I told him that I wanted to get my tongue pierced. So I filled out everything, and I had to wait because he was piercing 2 other people in the shop, and I was next. So I go in the back, I stick on my tongue, he looks at it, and he says my tongue was pierceable because I didn't think it was going to be able to be pierced because I had my webbing was kind of too close to the top of my mouth, to the top of my tongue. So he pierced it, and he said that he had to do it as kind of like a slant because if not, it would have hit one of my veins and I would have bleed to death and die. So it doesn't bother me that's to a slant. Like, you can't notice it when I stick my tongue out unless you're all up underneath my tongue looking. So he pulls my tongue out with these. He makes me stick my tongue out like that. I had to lift it up. He looked at it. He checked it. It was fine. So he marks it with the little marker, and I had to go in the mirror and check and see if I liked it. And I said, yeah, I liked it. So, well, first of all, he made me rinse my mouth out, and then he marked it, and I had to check and see if the mark was where I wanted it, and then it was where I wanted it. So I go in the back to what was it? I had to rinse my mouth out, spit it out again, and then he had to mark it, and then I go back and sit down to the table, and he has me lay down, and he tells me to stick on my tongue, and I stick it out, and he puts the little tongs onto it, and he has my tongue like lifted up out of my mouth, like it was like all up out of my mouth, and I had my eyes closed, and he told me to take a deep breath, and I took a deep breath, told me to let it out, and he pushed it on through, and he went from the bottom up to the top, so he went from the bottom up. And my sister is back there, and my niece, and she said that when he pushed it through, that, like, I don't want to gross y'all out, but she said that she seen the blood like squirt through the roof of my mouth, and I do believe that because I could taste blood. So he gets it through, and like it didn't hurt, like I didn't feel any pain or nothing. And then he pushes the jewelry through, and that's what I felt because it kind of pinched a little bit. And then he screwed the ball on, and he made me close my bottom lip and top lip, and he screwed the ball on, and he had me stick my tongue back in my mouth, and then he told me to stick it back out to check it. And I went in the mirror and looked, and I liked it. I was a little shaky at first, but that wasn't my first body piercing because I had my nose and eyebrow and lip done, and up here, and my tragus done, and so I'm used to it. But after that, we left, and I got some ice and was sucking on some ice and drinking water and whatnot. And I mean, the swelling was starting to kick in, but it wasn't like bad, and it was bearable. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, the aftermath's not that bad. I got home that night, and my tongue was swelled, so I drank on water, and he told me to get H2 lotion sea salt spray they sold there in the shop, and I got that, and then I got Crest Pro Health. And Crest Pro Health, like up here in the top of my part of my mouth, like up here, like it like where I'm wrenching it out like I've been doing, like after I eat, drink anything besides water, and smoke, which I'm not supposed to be smoking, but I've been smoking. It like I don't know, distance to like my gums on my teeth. Like I don't know, like it like put some blisters onto them. I don't know what it is. So I've been having to cut that 50-50 with water, even though it is alcohol free, Crest Pro Health. So I get home and I go to sleep. I wake up and my tongue is swollen up. And I mean, I can talk and everything, but like, it wasn't bad. And I took some Advil and had to suck on water, ice, and popsicles and Advil. But I ate like French fries that night and like chicken strips. And I mean, they say like it's unbearable for people to do. Like the next day, he told me he's like, he goes, some people, he goes, the next day take their tongue ring out because it hurts them so bad. It didn't hurt me none. I mean, the things you want to stay away from is like hot, spicy foods, like Cajun chicken, all that stuff, and then like ice cream and like drinking milk, like just eat mashed potatoes, French fries, macaroni and cheese, which I know has dairy into it, but I had it anyway, and I'm fine. This is like day 5 for me. Um, let's see, like chicken strips, chicken fried from Burger King, and whatnot, stuff like that. I mean, you'll be fine. Just rinse every time you eat and drink anything besides water. But here's my tongue piercing. Alright, well, that's my experience.